So hello and welcome back to my channel. If I'm a new face to you, my name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I annotate a book. It sounds really stupid. Okay, it sounds really stupid, and I get it. Not everybody wants to annotate their books, and annotating books can have so many different meanings for different people. Some people like to doodle and draw and make lots of comments, and others just like to tab or dog ear their books. And so I just wanted to show you personally what I do to annotate my books, some tools that I use, some little tricks that I've learned along the way, and possibly give you some ideas to annotate your own books one day. Now, before we get started, I do want to say really quick that there's no right or wrong way to annotate a book. There's not. I mean, you bought the book. I wouldn't suggest ripping out pages or coloring it in black, but if that's your vibe, do it. My way of annotating books might not be perfect for you, and that's okay. It's what works for me in my life, and it makes me happy. I grabbed my supplies, but I guess quickly I'll just kind of go over how I'm gonna format this video. So there's not a great way for me to show you how I annotate except doing it in real time. It's the only way I can think of doing it. So I'm gonna show you all of my supplies, and then I have a book I've been wanting to read, and I'm gonna walk you through a reading vlog of it and me annotating the book and what I do, and especially afterwards, because a lot of my annotation process happens after I finish a book, and that's when I go back in and I look at all of my tabs again and figure out if I want to highlight, if I want to color, if I want to note, if I want to doodle, anything like that. I'll just get right into the supplies. I have an egg roll waiting for me, and I'm on my lunch break right now, and I'm really excited to start reading this book, eat my egg roll. So okay, I'll go over my supplies. They're pretty basic. First and foremost, so my favorite tool when annotating a book is a pencil. And so I don't know how to say this name. They're the nice pencils. You can buy a box on Amazon for $6, and as an adult, I don't use that many pencils, at all, except for this and my reading journal. So these pencils last me a very long time. I got a pack of 24 for $5 or $6, and a pencil sharpener for $2. Very useful. So I like using a pencil. It's very simple, very silly, but it's lightweight. But the problem with mechanical pencils, when I've found when annotating my books, is when I go to mark a page, I guess I press really hard or something, and it'll dig into the page, and I don't want that. So having an actual pencil makes it nice and gentle. Also, if I make a comment as I'm reading through and I'm this guy's sus, and he actually turns out to be the guy who saves the day, I might want to go back and erase that before I lend the book to a friend and be I'm real stupid. So that's part of what I like. And also when I go and I tab something and I underline or, bracket, you'll see that later on. Certain parts of the book or the passage that I'm reading, if I decide I don't really want that anymore, or it doesn't bring me joy to have this marked anymore, I can go in and erase it before I make anything permanent. And so next up, I have my Pilot G7. It's a G2, 0.7, Pilot G2. It's just in black ink. It's a little clicker. I like it because it doesn't necessarily bleed through the pages, but it's also nice and dark. I also have the Sharpie rollers. It's in blue, but what I found with this one, I do like this one, but what I found is sometimes it'll bleed in the page and it'll kind of spread, and I don't like that. But if I need to make a quick little something in a different pen color, this one's blue and then this one's black. When I underline passages, I really like them to be straight, and I used to carry around a ruler in my little reading bag, and I don't necessarily like doing that anymore. And so what I found to do is I got a plastic bookmark from Barnes & Noble. It's very cute. It has this little charm. It says what? Earth laughs and flowers. It's very pretty. It's very, whatever. It also has a ruler on the back, but the ruler doesn't matter. All that matters is that it's pretty sturdy, and so I can go up to the page, line it up with where I want the mark to go, and it's a perfectly straight line because I feel like I'm the only adult who can't draw a straight-ish line. I look at annotating my books as something special and kind of interacting with the book on a deeper level. So I don't want that to be crooked. I don't want to go back and reread the book or loan it to a friend and they see my crooked line. I mean, nobody's gonna care, but I care. So that's why I have a bookmark. So this is kind of specifically right now my annotating bookmark. I guess next up I'll talk about my highlighters. So I got this pack. Of how many? Eight highlighters on Amazon. I don't remember how much. So it was probably around $10 or less. On Amazon, 8 colors. They're kind of like pastel-y. They're from Mr. Pen, I think. They are chiseled. Pretty nice. The colors are really good. If you use a light enough touch, you're not going to bleed through the page. I'm sure there's other highlighters that some people swear by. These are just the ones that I like. I like the colors. I didn't like that the colors weren't labeled, so I went in with my Cricut and I made my own labels for the colors. So these are my highlighter. I'm messing with them right now. Okay. I like using them, and once you see the next tool, you're going to kind of understand why. I don't like necessarily highlighting while I read. I like to do it afterwards. But in some books, I'm like really moved to highlight in that moment. And so I will. So that's the highlighters. The next tool I like using are colored pencils. And so doodles, hearts, underlining in a different color to match to the tab. I think I got these at Target for like $4. I don't know, I just got the 24 pack. Has lots of colors. As you can see, it works because I like to color coordinate with the book. And so I'm going to show you the final tool that I like using in annotating, then I'm going to show you the book and kind of show you my setup for how I want to annotate it. You've probably seen, like if you are on TikTok or Instagram a lot, you've probably seen the ad before for the Achievers Must Bookmate. So I have the Bookmate Max. And it's really cool. Full disclosure, they're not sponsoring this video, but I do work with them. I also wouldn't be sharing this product. I've had it for about 2 months now. I've used it on at least 6 or 8 books I've annotated. I do like the product. It does have some things that I don't love about it, but for the most part, I do enjoy it. And while it is, so the Bookmate Max has the full thing of sheet of tabs. It is pricey. It's $45, I think. So it is pricey. It is an investment, but this is like my hobby. This is like my only hobby besides my Cricut and paint by numbers. But I wanted it. I thought I could have some value in it. So I fully paid for this myself. They did not. This is not sponsored, but I do work with them. I'm affiliated with them. So if you want to get your own Bookmate after kind of learning more about it, after this video or during whatever you want to do, there's going to be some more information and a link below to them. So they have 3 or 4 other sizes. And so one of their Bookmates is like half this size with the loopies. Then another one is just like 2 tabs possibly, or 1 and like 1 loop. The way it works is it's a magnet. It's a magnet. And so the book I'm using today is a hardcover, but I've also used it with a paperback, and it doesn't hurt the paperback. It doesn't bend it. Honestly, it's really great. The other thing, it's kind of hefty in weight because of the magnets. When I read like on a flat surface, like on my table while I'm eating or something, it'll hold down the pages and keep it from like, and it's kind of nice that way. So you're going, well, you only have 1 sheet of tabs. And if you see the book I'm reviewing, the color scheme does not match. At least with this one, I got a pack with a lot of colors. So I have 2 options here right now. I like this one. I'm gonna go with this tab. I have a way around this on Amazon. So they have these little, you're like, how do they stick to the Bookmate? You know the goop that you get on your credit cards when you first get them? That's all it is essentially. So I'm gonna do this right now and set it up. You just take the little guy, pop him off. Now I put him face up so I can, because the sticky guys, you see, sticky guys. And this one has sticky guy covers. So I will take the covers off this one, place them on the old one that I just took off, and then attach it to the Bookmate. And that's how it works. And some people are like, oh, they dry out. And I'm like, you can also just buy like a pack of the scoop on Amazon for like $4 or $5, which I think, you know, one way that Bookmate and Achievers Must could improve is having like an extra pack of that included when you buy. It also has these loopies, and I'm gonna show you that when I set up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna fully get into setting it up and really show you guys like what's going on. I'm gonna do the sticky guys. So this is the one I want and this is the old one. So the sticky guys are exposed. So, and I don't know if this will work forever, but like I said, I also have a replacement from Amazon for like $5. Okay, cool. So there's kind of the color scheme I'm going with. And so now I get to, I'm gonna pick out a colored pencil. I'm gonna put that one to one of these loops. I'm gonna put my pencil in another of these loops. I'm gonna put my pen in this loop with mint for this one. So one of my things I don't love is that it's kind of hard to get these in, and they're one of the more popular highlighters on Amazon. And I think even in a lot of their like product photos, they have this one, but it's hard. But as you'll see, it's very secure. So that's what I'm working with. And now I'm gonna take off the dust jacket. I do not read with my dust jackets on, I destroy them. So I'm gonna put this guy right here. He's under the cover. And it's not gonna go anywhere. So I am all ready to annotate. Usually I have a post-it note that I like to put on this inside part right here, kind of labeling what the tabs are for because I have a god-awful memory. Usually it's a post-it note, but this time I'm just gonna use like, everybody's seen these, right? It's just a silly little notepad that my mom got me. Actually, that might work really well. Okay, I might squidge it over. Okay, that's pretty perfect. I do this as I read, so I can't really like do it right now in the moment. I will go through with my tabs and kind of pick whatever vibe is like right, like spicy scenes might be orange, you know, like romantic scenes might be pink, green, you know, and I will write like LOL or like really funny, love, spicy, like anything. And thrillers, I like to do a lot of like clues, sketch. It depends on the book. And so this one, it's a contemporary romance. So I would usually stick it like right here, but bonus with this, I guess, is that. So it's not permanent in the book. Sticky notes aren't permanent either. But at this, I have no idea what that is on my highlighter. I'm entirely ready to start reading my book. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead, eat lunch, start my book. I'm gonna put my bookmark in it and just gonna go through and show you guys what I do. And it's absolutely not necessary, but I also got this like book cover, has a pocket in it, on Amazon for like 15 bucks or something. And I can just shove my book right in there. Ooh, this one entirely fits, okay. And then zip it up. And so it's entirely safe and protected, but like I don't need to do that. It's just because I feel like it. So I'm working from home today. I'm on the last bit of my lunch hour. I have an event tonight at like 4, So I need to be ready by like 3:30. I'm kind of taking I'm taking a long lunch because I have a long event tonight for work, so. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead, eat lunch, do the thing. Okay, so I like made it through the prologue. Yay for me. And this is kind of important. I already have like one tab I want to do. So let's see. What color would I like to do? This orange right here is a good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I tab. By the way, if you were wondering, all the egg rolls are very good. Okay. And then I'm going to grab another tab. And I'll put it on hold. Here, I'm gonna label it as, so I grabbed my pen out. I labeled it as WTF. And there we go. So I underlined what made me feel WTF. I kind of forgot what the synopsis is. I feel like this is in the synopsis. She got divorced, he moved out, and she says her neighbor's offering sympathy, and she goes, "Oh no, I'm fine. I barely know him." And like it's been said throughout the pages of this prologue. I'm like, well, I guess he grew apart or something. Candy stares at me. What? I point at the apartment behind me. Family housing. He was just a random dude I married so I could live here. Thank you, though. So clearly a WTF. And I feel like that happens a lot in these. So like, so that for me, that's gonna entail like any crazy situation, any crazy coincidence. Just anything for me to be like, wait, what? What? So that is this color. And I think I'm gonna read one more chapter on my lunch break, and that's gonna be it for right now, at least for this afternoon. So okay, so I have another thing I want to tab. I'm not gonna do this every time, but I just kind of want to show my process. I also like to tab for the characters. I'm gonna give Anna purple. So just for like interesting pieces of her character or character development, whatever, I like to tab. So Anna's a painter and she's working like side jobs. Her dad has cancer. She's paying his bills. She just got fired from her shitty job because her boss is an 18-year-old dick. And she likes to paint flowers, which kind of, I think, explains the cover a little bit. And so I think all of this says a lot about her as a character and where she's at in her life right now. And hold on, I'll share a line with you that like really kind of hit home with me because I liked to do photography and stuff. And she says, "No brush could perfectly replicate the intricacies of the shadows deep in the petal's core, the gentle variations of color along delicate filaments, or the complex patterns of light climbing up a naked stem. But I have to try. Can't stop trying, in fact." She's talking about her paintings of flowers. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my Bookly. Those are kind of my first two annotations. I can't even see them. But that is what I currently have, and I'm gonna get back to doing my job. Put this back in its cute little bag. And read more of it tonight. I really like Anna. I think the next chapter is Liam's. And so her ex-husband is Wyatt. No. Her ex-husband is West. His brother is Jake, her college bestie. So I don't know. I don't know who this Liam dude is. I completely forgot the synopsis. So this is a new experience. I love doing this with books because I think I'm going to like it, but I don't remember what it's about. It's a little adventure. So yeah, I'm going to go back to work. I'll see you guys on my next check-in. So it is later in the day. I just got back from my event. That's why I look like nice, not trash. And I'm gonna do a little bit more reading of The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. Really excited to kind of get into Liam's part. So I'm gonna go ahead and get changed and do a little bit more reading, and I'll update you guys if I do any cool annotations or anything. I'm only in chapter 3. This doesn't matter. West faked his name. His name is Liam. All right, so good morning. It's a beautiful morning. I love when it starts to get like further into the year, further into the warmer months, because the sun starts coming out early and earlier. So like right now it's like 6:20 and the sun's out. Like I could be outside. It's so nice. I have with me one of my favorite mugs. Boop. If you didn't know, that is a loon. Less than a year ago, I got to see a bunch in real life for the first time. Hello, puppy. Hello. So tomorrow is this little guy's birthday, but you are not here for that. You want a reading update. And so I made it through chapter 7. Let's just say that. So page 58, which is pretty good for me. It tracks really well with how I usually start reading like contemporary romances. I love it. So I did add a couple more stickies to my system last night. So I added, I think yesterday when we last talked, I only had What the F and Anna. There were some important things in Liam's scene, West. I might go back and like tab those. Really, the first one only came recently. So I added LOL because some of the situations are just really funny. And in the first like 100 pages, I feel like these aren't really spoilers. Like she gets her nails done. Like she gets like nails. And if you've ever had nails like that and you go from like nubbies to nails and you're not used to wearing them, the first time you're like, I can't do anything. And so she needs him to, in the airport before they go off to Indonesia or something for the wedding, she can't button her pants. So she has to have him come into the stall and button her pants for her. And he's like, ooh. It's just like kind of funny situations like that. I only have one so far, but there's a lot of other examples. And so the LOL one, it's like this tealy color. For this one, it's like I didn't underline the passage because it was kind of more the whole situation that's funny, and this might just be like the peak of it where I laugh. But for other ones, like Liam's is in this dark blue, well, I guess I didn't underline this one, but it needs to be underlined, is when he starts talking about how he really liked computers and technology when he was growing up, and he just stopped, I'm assuming with the situation with his family. I have a few more WTF ones, and then, oh, I added one that was Swoon. So it's this really pretty green. I really like this green one right here. And then I added another Anna one because she was raised by a single father. And then also I will underline and annotate some things and just not, probably can't even see the mark right now, not tab it. I'm very excited about this. I want to keep reading. I want to get to page like 150 tonight. What would that be? Get through chapter 17, get to 18. The other thing I really like about this book, I love when books like romance books, I don't know how I feel about it in thrillers, but like they include these little text bubbles just so that you can see like they're texting. And I'm reading this in like physical format. Obviously, I don't know what it would look like on my Kindle. So if you read The Paradise Problem on your Kindle, let me know. Also, I was thinking about this. The other books that I've read by Christina Lauren for enjoyment, I'm gonna put that out there, they're also fake dating tropes, almost like missed connection tropes, I guess. That's the best way. It's not even second chance. It's like you misunderstood each other. You made assumptions in beautiful holiday destinations. I think that's why the books just hit different. It's a duo, obviously. I feel like with the recent books that they've published, you pick it up and you know you are going to a beautiful tropical destination and there's gonna be love, there's gonna be fake dating, there's gonna be hijinks, and it's beautiful. And you just need to be there for the ride. Also, he's a millionaire. His family's billionaires, you know. Also, apparently he looks like Theo James. So I have some stuff I need to get to this morning. I'm working from home today, which is really nice. It's Thursday, which means tomorrow I'm going into the office, and then it's Memorial Day weekend, which is like a nice long weekend to read. I do have some like content stuff that I need to do this morning. So usually I don't start working until 9. So I have like 2.5 hours to do what I need to do, and either it's like reading or doing content stuff. And so this morning I'm editing my sleepover vlog. It's going live tomorrow. Definitely don't procrastinate, do I? I'll see you guys later. It's like 10 in the morning, and I had just mentioned in my last update that it was Franklin's birthday. It's tomorrow. I got him some gifts, so I just got my Chewy box, and I know this has nothing to do with book annotations or anything like that, but I thought it was just like really cute, and I want to show you guys what I got him. He got like his normal food and everything. It was just time to restock. He has his supplements that he takes for his itching, for his allergies. One of the things I got him, oh my god, you really can't see it. It's this catnip squirrel. You can't see it. I'll put a picture in of what it's like. He had a catnip bird that he really likes. It's on the floor, torn up from Christmas. This is another birdie, and I guess it makes sounds, and it has catnip in it. And then here's the best part, Frank, your outfit. Look at his silly little outfit. So I got him a hat and this, and it's just so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Say what you will about romance books, but if you're here, I'm sure you like romance books too. But when they have to share one bed trope, take a shower where there's no wall, there is like an attraction, and it's so cute. And this book, I don't think I'm gonna have any swoon stickers left. It's the light green one right here. It's this one. Oh God, I'm almost done with my lunch break. Crap. Okay, I had to come on again because, so they're literally on this private freaking resort island. Like, his family has purchased the whole thing for his sister's wedding. And he's just being like, grin and bear it, get through this trip, get through dealing with my dad, blah, blah, blah. And Anna's like, this is beautiful. Like, I understand, like, this is serious, but like, oh my God, I'm gonna freaking enjoy this. Also, I love Anna, and I might relate to her just a tad too much. Anyways, they're like going up to this cocktail party. This isn't a spoiler. This is just like, I want them to be a real couple. Going up to this cocktail party, and he hears his dad laughing, and he says, but as we near, the sound of my father's braying laugh makes a chill crawl up my spine. As if she senses the tension rising in me, Anna slides her arm through mine and squeezes. We've got this. We just have to get through this, I say. Get through? Beside me, she stops abruptly. Look around you. Look where we are. We can do more than just get through this. This is literally paradise. I look past her, out at the crashing surf, the swaying palms. Just moments from dusk, the lip of the sun still clings to the horizon, melting like spilled paint into the sea. She's right, I think, as the last rays of sunlight wash her in gold. Even being this tense means that my father wins again. They balance each other out, which I always think is like perfect in couples and like kind of what you're meant to do. At least it's how it is for me and my boyfriend. And so just like seeing this, and like she's so freaking supportive and just everything. Oh, I love it. Look how pretty my roses are. Oh my gosh, I love it. Look who came to visit. Yeah. Yeah. So I am back in from reading outside. It's now 8:15. I was reading out there for like 3 hours. Anyways. Oh, I kind of want to shout out this. I went to Trader Joe's earlier today. Obviously not sponsored. But this is delicious. Very delicious, very affordable. It was like $4. I wanted to pop in here and kind of talk about my book that I'm reading, because now I'm like 120 something pages into it, so I have like 100 and something left. It's really good, damn good. Lots of, I don't want to say like character growth, I'd rather say character development with Liam. Anna's kind of stayed the same, but like I realized I'm kind of associating with her a little bit too close. But there's the tab progress, and I'm like, here, I'll pull this out a little bit so you can see where I'm at. So I'm like right there. So I don't know, I think it kind of depends on what book I'm reading. This one's like very tabbable, and I really like the system I have. I did add an extra tab in here for spicy because they did start getting a little bit like spicier, and I realized for some of the swoon for some of the spice I was doing swoon, which like it's totally fine, but I wanted to kind of differentiate that. So I have a lot of tabs. I didn't really mark anything with pencil this time, but you'll kind of see at the end of the video when I go back in and I kind of underline, make some little notes. That's kind of what this book is giving me. And if we were to go back and look at another one of the books that I've annotated, it was Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I did write my annotations throughout because that one's a thriller and it's kind of more like I want my reactions while I'm reading it. Lent it to one of my friends for them to read, and she was like, it was really funny to watch your reaction the whole time. I really like Liam. It got to that part of fake dating where they're like, yeah, like it's all just for it, you know, like we can totally like, and it's for it, even though like nobody's watching us obviously, but like essentially they got to the part where they were like, anything that happens on the island is gonna stay on the island and we gotta be okay with it. And then Liam said this one thing, okay, it's like right here, and it's from Liam's perspective. And this right here is where I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I'm supposed to laugh at Anna Green, ravenge her, or marry her all over again, but this time for real. Do you see why I had to stop reading the book for the evening? Like, I would have devoured this, and it kind of checks with Christina Lauren, their writing. It's really humid out here today, so I'm gonna go do inside things, and it's also getting chilly out, and by chilly I mean 78 degrees. Get into some pajamas even though my sundress is ultra comfy and giving Bridgerton vibes, which is just what I want. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'll see you guys later. I'm probably gonna finish reading the book tomorrow. I need to finish reading another book tonight. What is it? The Ember and the Flames? Or no, Spark of the Everflames. Because on Monday, so it's now Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday evening. Because on Monday, technically Memorial Day, but whatever. My friend and I, the one I lent that book to, Elizabeth, we are gonna record a podcast together on it and just kind of talk about it, and that video will probably go live before this one, so I guess I'll plug it. So I need to finish that one because she finished it last night. I haven't finished it yet, and I need to obviously, so okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hey guys, so it is now Saturday. I have my book here with me, and I don't know how noisy this is gonna be for this like little update, but I figured I could give it just in case anyways. So I'm outside once again. It's kind of my favorite reading area, and today my drink of choice is Jim Beam and Coke, because today has sucked just a little bit. Honestly, overall it was a great day. Ideal Saturday. Woke up, went to the farmer's market, saw beautiful peaches, and I said, you know what, the other day when I was at Trader Joe's, literally last night, I saw apple tartlets that looked good, and I was like, why can't I do those with peaches? The process of making the pastry was going to take like a million years, so I said, we live in modern times. Bought like Pillsbury pastry dough. I made 6 of them. All of this process to make 6 little tartlet things. Go to pull them out of the oven. I had an oven mitt on, and I've had this oven mitt for years, literal years. And I don't know why this one time the oven mitt decided to fail, but 3 of my fingers were horribly burned, and like you can't see anything. There's no like actual, they just hurt really bad. So I get a hold of the pan and I drop it immediately, because that's what your body does when something's hot. About every single one of my little tartlets was ruined. After the farmer's market, before I burned my hand, I went to the wood store with my boyfriend. It was super fun. It's just something we like to do. Went on like a little drive. So yeah, so if you're wondering why I have a whiskey Coke, I don't normally drink these all that often. Also, now I understand why people in like what, the 1800s like use the pain-killing method of have a whiskey. It hurts. So I've ordered some new oven mitts on Amazon. I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused this one. Also, there's like peaches all over the bottom of my oven now, so great mess for me to clean up. We are here to read my book. I think I'm gonna be able to finish it tonight. I wonder what Bookly says, like how many hours I have left. I know it's not related to this vlog, but I finished Spark of the Everflame last night, which was so good, and like it left me on this ginormous cliffhanger. My friend and I on Monday were meeting to record a podcast episode about it, and like, okay, I'll read you a text I sent her verbatim. Dude, I knew she would be crowned, but shit. And then she said, right, I'm dying to continue reading. And I said, 3 minutes left in the book, ... But her mom is a descended, ? Like very subtle, very chill, but like, and you like, you kind of knew what was gonna happen, or you're like, but I don't know. And I can't wait. That episode, the podcast episode, will probably come out before this video does, so you've probably already heard all my theories, everything throughout it. But that was just like, if you haven't read that book, it's available on Kindle Unlimited, and damn, good book right there. Okay, I'm gonna finish my cute little romantic comedy. I also started reading Nearly Wed by Nicholas Mizio. I just need to read more of it to get like further into it. So yeah, let's do some reading. It is Sunday and I finished the book. It was really good. You can kind of see all of my tabs throughout. Lots of tabbies. So now that I finished the book, this is the part of my annotating where I take off my Bookmate and then I use all of the tools around it. And I go through, I write in pen, I write in my color, pencil, and I highlight. So I'm gonna take you through that. And then essentially I put the dust cover back on and I'm done. But this is kind of like the final part of my annotation. I have the Bridgerton playlist going on. I have some delicious cheese puffs from Trader Joe's. So I'm just gonna say, let's just go ahead. Let's finish this whole annotation process. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get to it, right? I am completely done annotating my book. I'm tucking my little tab, what you want to call it. So while I was doing that, you'll notice that I was using my same bookmark. I could have gotten my ruler, but I was using my same bookmark to line everything. I highlighted, I put my reaction to some stuff. Near the end of the book, I was crying a little bit. It was really, really sweet. But yeah, let me go grab the dust cover and we'll be done. Also, I guess I'll tell you now, I rated this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was a really good book. It was like really deep, and their books usually are a little deep. Here's a picture of the authors. Ta-da! I even matched. So there's the color scheme I used. Here's how I used it. And yeah, that's my annotation process. So it looks different for everyone. This is usually how I annotate my books. I'd be interested in doing an annotation vlog of like a horror or a thriller book to show you guys kind of like how that process differs for me. But like I said at the beginning, this is not annotation 101. I'm not telling you what you should or should not do. I'm just showing you what my process looks like. I do regret using my lighter pink pencil, and I wish I would have used like my magenta or something, because when I was coloring, it was really hard for it to show up. So I guess just a tip if you decide to do something like that. At points I was using it to doodle, or I was actually using it to highlight some lines that I thought were like really lovey-dovey, and that my like greenish color highlighter just like was not gonna work on. And unfortunately, like the green, I guess once it dried it looks a little bit more green. So that was my process. I used my handy dandy Bookmate Max. It was really helpful. So thank you so much for watching this vlog, this video on how I annotate. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any videos that I post. I post a new one every Friday that has something to do with reading and life. So that is all I've got for you today, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Easy peasy. Bye guys.